but I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be great. Okay. Now, put it down below. Let me know your thoughts about the reunion and extra content and all of that. Put it down below if you're ready for it. All right, so let's move on to our next story. So this one is all about Andy Cohen spilling the beans and weighing in. So this is according to Reality Blurb. It says Andy Cohen says Tom Sandoval was thin and shaking at Pump Rules reunion as Ariana prepares for her first interview on Watch What Happens Live and references Sandoval in a new ad. I have a clip of Andy Cohen on The View, and I also have the ad that Ariana is in. So we'll go through the article and then we will watch both, okay? Here we go. Andy Cohen teased the upcoming Vanderpump Rules reunion during an episode of The View earlier this week, saying that Tom Sandoval, who was caught cheating on Ariana Madix after 9 years of dating with their co-star and friend Raquel at mid-season 10, was, quote, a shell of himself. As he described Sandoval as thin and said he was shaking at the taping during the daytime talk show's Hot Topic segment, the Watch What Happens Live host confirmed Ariana May 17th appearance on his late night talk show as she revealed her new partnership with Vic. Good morning. It's about time I share my truth about something that's irritating me lately. It just feels like every day something was blocking me from living the life I deserve, and I can't lie, it's been kind of rough. Life does not have to be that complicated and annoying. Like, we all deserve to know how to deal with these freaking hairs that get stuck in my razor. Bye. Ariana began in a joint Instagram post with the razor brand. I have a clip of the ad and we'll watch it. Now these big easy rinse razors, that's another story, she continued. They're patented anti-clogging technology, blah, 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 blah. She gets into it. So let's go ahead and watch it, okay? Let's go watch. All right, here we go. But before we watch, it says, Ariana is such a queen because I feel like we love to do the scorned woman. And she's like, no, I'm better without him. I was the breadwinner. Screw him. I'm done. Elisa said via Decider. I would have burned that place down to the ground, added Sunny. And according to Andy, that was definitely Ariana's vibe at the reunion. She was angry, he stated. All right, before we watch, I want to say this one thing. I 100% agree with this sentiment. I'm happy that they're not painting her as like bitter and scorned and all of that stuff. And I actually love that they're showing that he said she was angry and she had the burn the house down vibe. And I think there's something, and I hope you understand what I mean when I say this. I think there's something so freeing and beautiful about female rage, not female violence, female rage. I think there's something so beautiful about it because oftentimes women are not allowed to be angry. We're not allowed to be mad. We're not allowed to be pissed off. We're not allowed to talk about how we feel when we're wronged without being labeled bitter, scorned, or crazy. You know, we're allowed to be enraged when we're done wrong. So I'm really happy that they're talking about that narrative. I actually had something that happened on my channel with that. I had one of my thumbnails. You know that photo that goes around when Ariana's like screaming? She's like, ah, when she's like, F you, I want you to die, like that part. And one of my candy canes was like, why are you using this photo in the thumbnail? Like, Ariana's been nothing but classy and like totally mature about this whole thing. And you're making her look like she's crazy and all of this stuff. And I wrote back, I was just like, she's allowed to be angry. She's allowed to yell and to scream and to express the wrongness of what she did without being called crazy. You're not crazy. It's actually crazy to pretend like you're not angry when somebody does you dirty the way she's been done this dirty. I think it's beautiful. I think it's powerful. And I think that women should be allowed to be human beings. And yes, when your partner of almost 10 years does you the way Tom did her, you're damn right she's angry and she has every single right to be. So I'm really happy that people are having that discussion, you know? So with that, Let's watch her new ad for Bic. Dun, 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 dun. All right, let me put this stuff down and let's watch.
Good morning. It's about time I shared my truth about something that's irritating me lately. It just feels like every day something was blocking me from living the life I deserve. And I can't lie, it's been kind of rough. Life does not have to be that complicated and annoying. Like, we all deserve to know how to deal with these freaking hairs that get stuck in my razor. Bye. Now, these Bic Easy Rinse razors, that's another story. Their patented anti-clogging technology gets a super smooth shave with less irritation and no clogging. I'm seriously so impressed. Feels like I'm just starting a whole new unclogged chapter in my life, you know?
Yay, Ariana. Keep killing it, keep killing it, keep killing it, girl. All right, let's keep going. Andy Cohen then detailed Sandoval's appearance. I can tell you that Tom Sandoval was really a shell of himself at the reunion. He was shaking. He stated. Well, maybe that's also because he's sustaining himself on cigarettes, Red Bull, and beer, and what other drugs he is taking and is on, in my opinion. I mean, in this episode, he said he thought quality time was taking shrooms and looking at the sky or something. So it's not me making up the fact that he's on drugs. This is things that he himself has said. Honestly, everything aside, because I do think Tom is a wackadoodle, narcissistic, cheating shell of a person, I do hope he gets like help, because his health does look not the best. You know what I mean? And I don't want anything bad to happen to him physically. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can kiki and go off about the cheating and all of that stuff, but I don't want anything actually bad to happen to him. So I do hope he gets some type of help with what's going on with him, because it's not looking good. It's really not. He said he stopped drinking, but there are other things to get you high. That's not alcohol, you know? So I really do hope he gets help there. But let's keep going. Also on The View, after saying that while he believes Sandoval and Ariana are still sharing a home, Andy confirmed Ariana will be appearing live on Watch What Happens Live after next week's finale episode. I will say we've got the first interview with Ariana next Wednesday on Watch What Happens Live after the finale. So you will hear from her for the first time then, he teased. Dun, 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 dun. Now, this is the thing. I think she played it very, very smart. And I have a clip of Andy, and we'll watch that in a second. I think she played it very, very smart by giving Bravo her first interview. She's already the darling at this point after everything she's gone through, but I think she's going to get even more brownie points for that. Unlike Tom Sandoval, who totally did a misstep by going to Howie Mandel. Like, that was just a complete misstep. Not only was Andy pissed, but Bravos were pissed. We were pissed. All of that. It was just a hot, hot mess. But let's watch a little clip of Andy from The View talking about everything. Okay? Here we go.
So, you know who's really out of her mind that you're here? Alyssa.
Me. I've been counting down the days till you're here, because finally we have someone at the table who's willing to talk about Sandoval.
Yes. Well, excuse me. Y'all did my work for me last week when you asked J-Lo about it. I was quite pleased with that. Thank you.
I was so into it.
Yes.
But if there's anyone at home who doesn't know about it, it's a scandal in Vanderpump Rules. Longtime partner Tom Sandoval cheating on his girlfriend of 9 years with one of her best friends.
In their house,
set the world on fire. So what can you tell us about the reunion? Because this is so anticipated.
Well, I can tell you that Tom Sandoval was really a shell of himself at the reunion.
As
he was
he should be.
Shaking. He was thin.
Is he still in the house, Andy?
I think he may be, but he's on tour with his band, so I can't. Yes. I will say we've got the first interview with Ariana next Wednesday on Watch What Happens Live.
Okay.
Live after the finale, so you will hear from her for the first time then.
Can I just say real quick, she's just such a queen, because I feel feel like we love to do the scorned woman. And she's like, no, I am better without him. I was the breadwinner. Like, screw him. I'm done. I'm obsessed.
I'd have burnt that place down to the ground.
Yes, well, that's her vibe. At the reunion, she is angry.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it too. Let her be angry and let her burn it to the mother effing ground. So let me know what you guys think. What do you think about Andy Cohen spilling the tea about Tom Sandoval and everything that goes on at the reunion? What do you think about Ariana living her best life, not being scorned, but just going out there and getting it and booking the bags? And her new commercials and all of her new gigs. She has a new movie coming out. She's been modeling for Bloomingdale's. She has the Bic commercial. She has her little pleasure toy partnership that's coming up. Ariana is booked and busy, and she is absolutely doing it. So put it down below and let me know what you guys think. All right, let's move on to our next story. Now, this one is all about Katie Maloney. So she was on last night's Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen.